want to make an angle and then reproduce the angle. So to make the angle, I'm just going to use the segment tool to make two line segments. So I'll make my line segment AB, and then from A, I'll make another segment AC, and really nothing special about this angle. This is just some angle there I want to be able to reproduce. And to do that, we're going to need the compass tool and the line tool and the intersect tool. So the way we reproduce a segment, an angle, is start with a line. And I basically want to reproduce, if I can reproduce these segments, I'm partway toward getting that angle. So next thing is to reproduce AB on this line down here, and I can use D as my starting point. So I want to find that compass tool. There it is. To measure AB and reproduce it on this line starting at D. So then I go grab my intersection point. All right, so AB is congruent to DF based on the way the compass tool works. Next thing I need to do is locate this point C, but relative to D and E down here. So to do that, we're going to kind of do what's called triangulation on that. I need to know how far away C is from A over here. And again, the compass tool is going to help me do that. So grab the compass tool and measure the length from A to C with the compass, and then use the compass to reproduce it down here. So C is going to live somewhere on this circle. Now I want to get it in the right spot, so that means B has to say, hey, you need to be this far away from B here. So if I can identify where on this circle, relative to F it should be, same orientation from B to C. So let's try that. So again, compass tool, I'm already on it. I use the compass pointy part at B, pencil part at C, is what I'm doing there. And then I just want to drop it. So F is my matching point to B. I just want to put that there. Now what I've done is I've said, okay, from D, somewhere on this circle, C, right, that's the distance. This circle has that distance as the radius. And then from this point F, which is like B, I measured out that radius right there. And where these two circles meet, that ought to be C right there. So we just need to find that intersection point. Right there is my intersection. And then if I just draw in the segment from C to, looks like a G there. Sometimes we got to move stuff to see it here. Okay, G. So my belief is that the angle GDF is the same, congruent to the angle CAB. So if I did my construction right, I'm done. And I could save this and submit it. So if you forgot how to share in GeoGebra, if you're signed in, like you use Google to sign in or you have a GeoGebra account, then you can just go here and grab the share link. So this is one way to do it. So this would be my angle, congruent angle construction. So I can save it, and then it'll say, here is your shareable link, and so I can submit that as my first part of my assignment. Copy it. If you're not signed in, then you would have to save it, or actually you would have to download it. So even if you're not signed into GeoGebra, you can download the GeoGebra file, and then you can upload that file for me, and then I should be able to load it into GeoGebra and see what you did, and see if you use the right tools that match how a compass and straight edge work. So you have a couple options there. I'm just gonna double check that I did this right by using the measure and angle tool. And I don't want you to use the measure and angle tool up front. What we want to do is just have some arbitrary angle that we reproduce. But then after we can check it. So to check it, I just say, hey, what's the angle CAB? And I get about 33.4, and I should find the angle GDAF, excuse me, is also 33.4. So without even knowing what that angle was, I can reproduce it. Again, this technique is illustrated in the book, so make sure to check out section 12.1.